Okay. We're all pilgrims, you guys. We're all pilgrims telling stories on the way to something sacred. We're all pilgrims telling stories on the way to something sacred. This all makes sense. So I literally was getting this earlier today, right when I left the office. And I was like, why do I don't even know these things come through. They come through, they come in. Never read this in my life, by the way. I probably should have. Maybe I was in AP English, okay? But I heard Canterbury Tales, and I was like, is that even a thing? Is that a book? And I was like, oh, this definitely is. Canterbury Tales by Chaucer. So obviously, I just had to go look that up. And I'm like, because it just came through again. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, I heard that on the way out of the office. Like, boom, download. Like, it's just the way these downloads come in. No idea. And I was like, she does this thing, I call it the mental blackboarding. It just will circle back if necessary, and it always does. Right as I'm like ready, to call it a night. And that's the hypocrisy of all of this. I guess it's a parable. Like, it's so interesting because I guess this guy is telling tales on this pilgrimage, on this journey, and they're all these different just all these different themes essentially about it. And it's just there's like a paradox essentially with all of it. Like, and it's talking all about like the human condition as well, like them actually going on this journey, right? This like actual pilgrimage, this journey is actually the internal journey as well. And it talks about like there's a story of the ego, right? Dressed up as humility or something like that. And then there's one about like, there's like a lot of spiritual references in Canterbury Tales as well. Again, I'm learning this. I just had to look it up. But it's also just like all of these people or all of these stories that people are facing, whether that's like their struggle with the ego, right? And like fear, guilt, greed, lust, whatever, but just, and then using like humility in some of them, or using humor, or just like, I don't know, even making kind of like a mockery of some of it too, but it's like, or it's fantastical, right? Or it's just, I think the whole point is like, when you're on your sacred journey, right? Like you're on an actual journey, a pilgrimage, but really the journey that you're going down is actually quite sacred. Because it's like you're debunking myths about yourself, and you're kind of like, you're going down the line, like even physically, like integrating your shadow, learning that, oh my God, it was the ego, right? Or, oh my gosh, I'm debunking myths about myself, or the fears that I hold and the shame that I carry. And this is all about the process of awakening. And I'm just like, this is so interesting. And I also think and I just had the last message I had too, just about all of the different parts of oneself, that we carry so many different parts of ourselves along our pilgrimage, right? Along our journey to find something sacred though. And I think that's this like sacred knowledge, which is, it's your own, to each their own, but I think it's about your relationship with God, or your relationship with source, or your relationship with a higher power, your relationship to something more, and your relationship with yourself. It's like getting to the core and rooting, just getting to really you, like really getting to you, all of you. But it also just leaves me thinking about the human condition, and that like, you're human and you're not going to be perfect. And as you awaken and as you go on whatever journey that you're going to fucking go on and go down, and maybe you're going down this rabbit hole, or you're like, oh my God, like I feel free and I found myself. And then all of a sudden that next thing happens and you're like, wait, I'm back to square one. And it's like, no, like you've come so far, but it's like, just remember that you're human. Just when one door opens, another 5 door open this way. You know what I mean? Or like, just when 2 doors close, another 10 open. Or just when another 2 doors close, another 10 close. It's like, right, when like one amazing thing in your life happens, like other things in life, real human shit happen too. And so it's like there's like this paradox in all of it. It's like as you create almost like this sacred union with yourself and the divine, don't forget that you're human in all of it. And it's okay to be human, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to step into the unknown and then to be found in the unknown, and then to find yourself again in the known because you thought you knew, and now there's a new layer for you to discover. Now there's another door that's opening. Or now there's another part of yourself that you're learning to love again. Or there's just another piece of yourself or another activity or hobby that you're exploring that you never thought in a million years you would. It's like, I don't know. It's just really interesting. But I will say this. I think this is the first time that some of you have really gotten to know yourself again since childhood. And I feel like the world needs a proper invite, like a proper invitation. Not that you need to let everybody in on this, but I do think the world needs to see this version of you because this is the most you've ever been. This is like the most imperfect and perfect, you know what I mean? Imperfectly perfect version of yourself. Because it just encompasses you, all of you, the paradox of you. And I'm just getting like you're constantly reinventing yourself. And then there are moments where you feel really still. And you're allowed to feel that too. It's like you're allowed to feel all of the things because you're all the things. But I just feel like you really know yourself this season. I feel like this is the first, oh my God, I'm also getting to like, now something's coming through as well. And maybe that's with this whole thing is like, people really want to make sense of you. Or be like, what is she doing? What is he doing? What are they doing? Or like, I love to always give the woo for an example. Or like what is that person doing? Like, why are they so woo? Or like, when were they like this? And it's like, they've always been like this. You just didn't get to know them that way. And like, where people might think you're being crazy or just like out of this world or otherworldly or just like different, like let's just different. Maybe you're setting more boundaries, like all of the things, okay? So where other people are a little bit confused or maybe they don't understand it, this is the most you have ever been. And that's like a gift in and of itself. So don't lose that. Keep going on that journey because you are the closest to you've ever been. I also just think you are fully you. I think we're constantly discovering and rediscovering lost parts of ourselves. But this is the real you. And let it shine. Let it sustain, and don't let whatever the world wants to paint, let them, because this is the happiest you will ever be, being you fully, honoring yourself fully in all of your complexity, in the paradox of life, in the paradox of you. I'm like, you are finally getting to know you again, and that is such a blessing. That's the message.